What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages, which was released on the Game Boy Color by Nintendo at Capcom. And this is pretty much the second game that was made on the Game Boy Color by Nintendo at Capcom. The other game being the Oracle of Seasons. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure if Oracle of Ages is a sequel or a prequel to Oracle of Seasons, and if it's either or it's supposed to be its own like standalone game from Oracle of Seasons. You can mention that in the comment section. Now, in the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages, the Triforce pretty much sent Link to a land called Labrina, where he found out that Baron, the sorceress of shadows, was trying to alter Labrina's past by doing using different powers and stuff like that. And Link is pretty much on a mission to stop her from doing so. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages, pretty much the typical Zelda game in terms of being an open world game where you fight like different monsters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you pretty much pick up different items like flippers, Arcana, Samaria, and power gloves and stuff like that. And pretty much all of the items that you pick up along the way are pretty useful and all that. Plus, the weapons you get are pretty typical of a Zelda game, which are staple. You know what I'm saying? You get the sword, the shield, bombs, boomerangs, stuff like that. And some of the weapons are, you can upgrade them. You know what I'm saying? The main ones are the sword and the shield and stuff like that, and along with bombs and stuff. And you running up against different enemies through the course of the game, like the blade traps. They're divided up into the blue ones and the green ones. Then there's dark link, dark dark link jails. Yeah, I don't know why I'm almost getting tongue tied there, but they then there's the Mars Shrouded stuff, Stainfolds. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. You know what I'm saying? Um, Plus the bosses you run, you will encounter the Pumpkinhead, Head Womp, uh, Shadow Hands, Eyesore, Small, Octagon, Possess, Nehru, and Plasmarines, Ramrock, and Vera herself. I think you have to fight her in three different forms and stuff. Now, Zelda do have like eight like chapters and everything where you travel through all the towns in this particular land. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much have to know what to do in the situations and stuff. And and when it comes to the design and graphics of Zelda Oracle of Ages, pretty much they're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I have no like really major complaints with it. You know what I'm saying? It has pretty good color palettes. You know what I'm saying? And the when it comes to the controls, we use like the weapons, sword, shields, and the different items like that. It's pretty simple, but it's also good and fluent and everything like that. So you won't like it. There's not, the controls are not really stiff at all. You know what I'm saying? But if you play pretty much the Oracle and Seasons, you know what you're getting into here. You know what I'm saying? You know what to expect. You know. Now the soundtrack is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty bright and upbeat and all of that. And I do like this pretty much the sound effects. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty like typical far as the soundtrack is concerned. It's pretty like typical of a Zelda title and all of that. And even though, in my opinion, the graphics design, um, the gameplay and soundtrack is pretty similar to Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Seasons, but there's enough differences between the two where you can pretty much enjoy the Oracle of Ages and all that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages is a pretty good game for the Game Boy Colors. I say it's one of the best Game Boy Color games that was released. Not only that, it's one of the best Zelda games in the franchise. I'll pretty much recommend it to anybody who owns a Game Boy Color or a Game Boy Advance. You know what I'm saying? Plus, anybody who is a Zelda fan, you know, along with anybody who is interested in playing the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I would recommend the Oracle of Seasons also to complement this game. You know, as far as the score, I definitely give the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages a 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? I would say the only complaint I can see people having is this soundtrack sounding similar to other Zelda games. I mean, they might complain about the fact that it's recycled, but it's still good, you know. Now, with that being said, if you like the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages, you can mention it in the comment section of the video. Uh, if you like a particular boss battle, you know what I'm saying, you can also mention that, you know what I'm saying. If you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metro Fat 12 signing off.